Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of Cooking Blind with Yolanda. And today, by popular demand, because I've noticed that you guys have been loving my soup recipes, the views are going up and up and up. Thank you very, very much for viewing my recipes. So today, we are going to make another one of my favorite comfort soups, chicken pot pie soup. So come into my kitchen and let's go and cook some soup. So we're going to start in a large, heavy pot. What you want to do is you want to warm up about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. If you want, it could be spicy olive oil, or what I have in here is rosemary flavored olive oil. I just had that on hand, so I decided to use that, but you can use regular olive oil. And to this, we're going to add about 1 medium onion, not chopped too small, but not too big either. So a medium chop. Okay, and we're going to add 1 green onion as well, chopped thin, medium chop. Okay, and we'll give this a stir, let it sweat it out. Okay, and we're going to start the seasoning process because, as you know, by putting a little bit of salt, it will help extract those juices from the onion and give you lots of flavor. Some salt, some pepper, not too much because we'll adjust that later. Okay, just give it a quick stir. I'm going to turn up the heat to medium-low. To this, we are going to add about 1 carrot.
Celery.
Oh, this is celery. Okay, we're going to put the celery. My bad. Okay, and we're going to put carrot as well. Okay, here we go. So that's about 1 medium carrot and roughly about 2 stalks of celery. To the onions, give it a whirl. And we're just going to let this sweat it out for about 5 minutes. Okay, so this is pretty much 5 minutes in. So now what we're going to add is about 3 tablespoons of flour. Okay, and you want to mix that around and just cook it off for about a minute. Now, the reason why we are adding flour is because it's going to thicken up our soup and make it very creamy at the end. So you will see. Okay, the next thing we want to do is add about, I would say, about 6 ounces of dry white wine. And as always, I'm going to taste. Good. So if it's good for me, it's good for the pot. That's how we roll in this part of town. I'm going to add that in and be quick to stir it. And just scrape off the bottom the flour. And it's going to start getting thick, but don't worry. Reduce it down to low heat. And just let it continue to cook for about 2 minutes. Alexa, ask Delta to dispense 2 cups of water.
Okay, dispensing 2 cups.
Perfect. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to add about 4 cups of water. So my glass here is 2 cups, so I have to refill. So I've put in 2 cups so far, and we're going to give it a stir because I don't want the vegetables to stick to the pot. And if you feel that they're sticking a little bit, just take your wooden spoon and just scrape the bottom. Don't worry, nothing will happen. It will eventually release with the water. So we're going to put in the next 2 cups into the pot. All right, so that's 4 cups total. So we're good there. Okay. Into this, we are going to drop 1 chicken bouillon. I like to break mine up. There you go. And we're going to put this on medium-high and bring it to a boil. Our vegetables are boiling, so what I'm going to throw in, and yes, with the water that I've put them to soak, we're going to throw in 1 large potato cubed. So just carefully throw that in. Okay. And that little bit of extra water, don't worry about it, because it will eventually evaporate as the soup cooks down. Okay, so potatoes are in. Now we're going to season. So what I have here is 1 tablespoon of poultry seasoning and about 1 tablespoon of dried parsley. Again, if you guys have fresh parsley, use the fresh one. Right now, I don't have any, so I'm using the dried one. So we're going to throw that in. Okay. Give it a good stir. Now our next step is I'm going to put 1 can of condensed cream of chicken soup, and you can find this at your local grocery store. Now I know you're wondering, why am I putting this in? It's just to add more flavor, to bring it up a level, you know, give you that heightened taste and layer, and also to help out with the thickness. If you don't want to use this, what you can do is just season more heavily, and then you can use about 4 ounces of heavy cream to thicken up your soup. But I find this way just gives it another depth of flavor. So we're going to give it a good mix. Again, scrape the bottom of your pot. And if it's sticking, don't worry. That's from the flour. So just give it a good stir. Okay, we want to bring this basically to a boil. And now we're going to add, what I have here is about 2 cups of chicken thighs that I cooked. I just pan fried them yesterday. But you can use rotisserie chicken and just break it apart with your fingers, just like, you know, average little bite-sized pieces. So we're going to throw that in. And again, this is one of those soups that it's a whole meal in a pot. You don't need anything else. Once you eat this and you put, you know, a couple pieces of baguette next to it, there's chicken in here, there's your potatoes. We're going to also be adding some vegetables later. I'll show you towards the end. So really, everything that you would find in a chicken pot pie is in this soup. So we're going to add that in. Give it a good stir. Okay. And then we're going to lower the heat down low, medium low, just enough to give it a simmer. And we're going to put a cover on it, your lid. Okay. Whoop. Okay, lid on, low, and we'll see you back in about an hour. All right, guys, an hour has passed, so we're going to check it out. Look at that. Okay, give it a stir. See how it's already thickened up? That's because of that flour that we added earlier. Nice and creamy. Okay, we're going to add one more thing, and then we're going to put the lid back on and let it continue cooking. We're going to add about 2 cups of frozen corn and peas. Okay, just give it a whirl. Nice. Add the rest of it in. Everything in there. Okay. Now don't worry, because the peas and the corn will cook down. So I know it looks thick, but that's the whole idea of this soup. It's a one-pot meal, comforting, creamy, and thick. Okay, so we've got it all mixed up there. We're going to cover this up and let it cook for about another 15 minutes. And then we are done. We're going to serve. All right, guys, 15 minutes has passed. We're going to give it a stir. Okay, and we're going to check for seasoning. Oh, nice and yummy. I can't wait to have this tonight. And we just had a winter storm yesterday, so this is like perfect comfort food. Even for my husband, he works outside, comes home after a long day, and a nice bowl of hot soup does wonders. Okay, we're just going to season just a tiny bit. Some pepper, not too much. Whoops. And some salt. Okay, and we're gonna mix and taste. And we're just tasting for the salt and pepper. Make sure it's correct before we serve. Don't want to burn myself. Yep, on point. We are good. The vegetables got a little bit of a crunch, so we're just gonna leave it another 5 or 8 minutes and it should be perfect. All right, guys, this is done. Okay, we're just gonna give it one last stir. Oh yes, beautiful. Just scrape those bottom of the pot, get all the goodness off. We're gonna turn off the heat. One last good stir. Nice. Okay, well, we are ready to serve. Get my ladle here. And where's my little bowl here? Okay. I'm gonna serve a nice bowl. Get everything in there, all the veggies, the meat. Nice. Okay, perfect. Okay. And now I'm just serving it with, I had 2 pieces of baguette. I toasted it lightly and I just buttered it, and I put a little bit of roasted garlic and pepper seasoning on, or garlic plus, whatever you have on hand is good. And there you have it, the chicken pot pie soup with little baguettes on the side. And I'm going to dive in because, as you know, soup is my favorite. And I can't wait to have this tonight with my family for dinner. Really, really good. I gotta hot. They're gonna love this tonight. We're gonna have that with the bread, some fruit for dessert, and there you have it, folks. A meal in one pot, another comforting soup. I hope you guys are going to get in your kitchens and make this recipe. And please do not forget, share with your friends and family. Please help me grow my channel. Until next time, I will see you soon with another fantastic recipe. Take care.